Hi guys. I really enjoyed the movie. I'm gonna start with you, Daniel. It's a great concept. I love the kind of idea behind this story. Is it an idea that was with you for quite a while in your mind?
Yes, actually it was. I mean, it was an idea that I came across, of this kid having mental powers to do something to explore that was not meant to be like a superhero film, with this kind of Marvel style with flying around people and so on. I wanted to make something grounded and attached to Earth. So yes, I mean, we came up with this idea of this kid with mental powers, but it was originally designed to happen in Mississippi. you know, because of the American industry trying to adapt, a sci-fi concept which was not very explored in the Spanish industry. But then I came across Juan Solá, one of the producers, and we said, why not adapt it to Spain? And eventually we did, and he had contacts with Prime Video people, executives, so on. So he said maybe there's a chance that they embrace this kind of concept, and that takes us here.
Yeah. And Pedro, I just wanted to talk about, I mean, I love your character in this. Was it quite a fun role to take on? Because there's so much to unpack with this character. It's got quite a lot of complexities, I think.
Well, when I met Danny, I said, "Oh, I am going to be a part of a science fiction movie," but in fact, I am in another kind of movie uh, because I think that my role is a piece to create the connection with the feelings, with the emotion. Then I try to serve the movie and the process, the the participation of my role is to put heart, and in one moment I felt that the quality of my energy was hyper dense, no love over protection, and I felt during the movie that I had to decompress with the humor in a no very visible way. Then I tried, and Danny let me play in this direction.
Successfully tried.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So Pedro, do you treat every role the same? Is your process the same, irrespective of what the kind of genre it is? If it's a drama or sci-fi or fantasy, do you always treat characters in the same way?
Well, I would say after some years working that my protocol is more and more like the when my grandmother prepared the soup. No, I am more and more eclectic, but basically I am painting all the time, no in a illustrative mode, in a way to create an irrational way to be open to receive a kind of energy. In one moment, all my house has painting in the wall, and in that moment I begin to believe that I can put in aside all the preparation to be free, to be open, to interconnect with the director, with the actors. I love the accident. I love to try to don't anticipate what is going to happen, how I am going to play the role. I know the energy, and after I don't know nothing.
That's very funny you mentioned, and he mentions about the paintings because one of the first meetings we had, he told me, "This is how I see my character," and he showed me an abstract painting, which was very beautiful, but to me it was quite difficult to understand what is he trying to deliver with this. But eventually he had a full idea, very spot on. But this is it's an interesting process, how he expresses characters through painting. I mean, it's quite interesting.
Yeah. I was going to ask Danny as well. I mean, because do you think this is quite an exciting time for kind of cinema from all around the world because of the accessibility of streaming? Because a few years ago, it might have been hard for me to see a film like Awareness, but now with the likes of Amazon Prime Video, we have productions like this just at our fingertips. Does it feel like an exciting time for every corner of the world in film?
It does, yes. I think that the eruption of the streamers within the film industry has changed the way that the creators kind of explore films, because if this was meant to be a theatrical release, for example, this would be quite a limited release, and more so if it goes to international markets. But opposed to that, now, as you were saying, even though a small size film like us can be, viewed around the world in an instant click, and that is a great opportunity for all the people that create this kind of films. Doesn't matter the genre. I mean, it could be any kind of films. I mean, there are no barriers these days now.
Mm. And Pedro, I was going to ask too, because I mean, obviously it's a great ensemble here with Carlos and Maria as well, but you're one of the more kind of experienced actors. When you're on set now, do you take on a sense of responsibility that comes with that experience? Do you feel that having being one of the more kind of one of the actors who has the most amount of movies behind him in his career, that there's that any responsibility that you like to have?
What a question. Yes, I feel the responsibility with something important in my life. I remember one actor when you were speaking that I knew one time in a set, an old actor, and I was younger, and I remember that he took a chair, he elected one corner of the set, he stayed there during a time, and I felt that he was working for all the set. This kind of presence that canalizes the energy. I love when you arrive to a set and you ask to someone, "What is happening here?" And some people says, "Oh, they are going to do this," and other people say to you, "No, it's happening this. No, this is invisible," many times. But for sure, my most important sense of responsibility is about my stomach. I want to care myself, because I feel more and more that when you go a set, you are going to put a part of your life, and you have to receive something in a very intimate and direct way. After, if you create something that is important, it's wonderful. If you move the emotions of the people, it's great. But the most important responsibility is with my congruence, if you want.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your time today, guys. It was great to speak to you both, and good luck with the release of the
Thank
movie.
you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey,